Space, Part 1. To go into space, people use the space shuttle, or rockets like this, or a rocket like this. As an astronaut goes out to space, first he sees this. But when he gets farther away from the Earth, it looks like this. As you go around the Earth, you see that the sun lights up only some of it. The other part is dark. Where it is dark, it is night on Earth. On Earth, if you drop something, it falls right to the ground. That's called gravity. This apple is falling down. But in space, things are weightless. They don't fall to the ground like they do on Earth. And on Earth, there is lots of air to breathe. Air is what makes the sky blue. But in space, there is no air. That is why space is black, and it is very, very cold in space. That's why when astronauts float in space, they have to wear spacesuits, so they can breathe and stay warm. Here is an astronaut floating in space. He has a special suit he uses to fly around in space. This astronaut took his helmet off. His spacesuit is very big and heavy. The Moon and the Earth make up a system called the Earth-Moon system. The Earth is much bigger than the Moon. Look. This is how big the Earth is next to the Moon. The Earth is about 8,000 miles wide and the Moon is a little over 2,000. Our Moon is actually very far from the Earth, but it is the closest celestial body, that means space body, to the Earth. So here's the Earth over here, and the Moon is way over here. If you were floating over the Moon, the Earth would look like this. If you get close to the Moon, or you look at it through a telescope, it looks like this. This is the near side of the Moon. And this is the far side of the Moon. We never see this side from Earth. We only see the near side. There's the far side. Here are the near side and the far side of the Moon together. Back in the 1960s and 1970s, American astronauts stood on the surface of the Moon. Here is what it looked like. Here an astronaut comes down from the lunar lander, his spaceship. Here is an astronaut standing on the Moon. The first man to walk on the Moon was Neil Armstrong. The astronauts drove this lunar rover. This astronaut is driving the lunar rover. Look at him go. The Moon is completely dead or lifeless. Nothing can live there, and it is extremely cold. Today, people don't go to the Moon. They visit the International Space Station. Here is what it looks like inside the International Space Station. The end.